Communication is one of those things that bonds us, it binds us, it cultivates intimacy between us. We can share, we can go deeper into our thoughts, we can express to a loved one and feel that we're understood, that we're validated, that they see us for who we are. These are basic human constructs. We all wish to be seen, we all wish to be understood, we all wish to be known. Yet, for some reason, when we communicate, we're more often than not waiting to respond or waiting to react. It's like part of us is coming from a place of, I just need to listen to them. And if I listen to them enough, I'll be able to formulate a response or formulate something back to say that meets them where they're at, or that's smarter than what they're saying, or better than what they're saying, or protects me, or defends myself, or whatever it may be. And we often are in communication and in expression, reciprocated expression with others, but we're not really listening, and we're not really listening and hearing from here. And so there are many techniques for communication. I want to share a technique with you today that's actually quite interesting. But before I go there, and it's a fairly quick technique, and it's different, and it's just a tool, right? So when we're talking about communication, we're speaking to, what does it mean to be an effective communicator? What does it mean to be able to speak our truth, but also be present to others speaking our truth? And why do we want to do that? As I said at the beginning, we're speaking to intimacy, where we're asking ourselves, can this person hold a space for me in a container without judgment? Can I be seen for who I am? Can I take the conversation in a particular direction? Sometimes when we're communicating and the other person is there listening, or we're listening to someone speak to us, we'll nod and we'll be agreeable, and there'll be an active form of communication or an active form of listening. And sometimes they may see the minutiae of our face just change, or feel awkward, or move back because of something that they've said. Then they'll change the course of their direction, or the course of the direction of their own communication. And so there's a tool in shamanic practice that I've learned, and it's something that's really effective. I don't necessarily recommend you use it all the time, because I don't think it would always be useful, but this can really help. And so when and you want to get the buy-in of the other person, right? You want to both be on board with this. You both want to be able to know the type of communication you're about to get into. And so when the other person is speaking, and you want to set a container around this, maybe it's 3 minutes, maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's 2 minutes, whatever it is. When the other person is speaking, you're sitting in a tall posture, you're breathing deeply, you're gazing into their eyes, and you're not making any facial expressions. You're not either agreeing with them or disagreeing with them. You're not nodding, you're not smiling. You're just there, and you're just listening. You're really listening. You're not waiting to respond. You're not waiting to formulate an answer. You're not thinking about what can I say next. You're not looking for an opportunity to validate them, to make them feel good, and in turn you feeling good about yourself. You're just there listening. Complete posture. Just breathing, and you really hear the person, really see them for who they are. Now, after they've finished communicating, you can move into a process of active listening, or active dialogue as well, where you can ask them very openly, what I heard you say was, is this correct? And then it gives them an opportunity to refine what they're saying. Again, you're holding posture. And I find whenever I engage in this form of communication, it really changes the way that person expresses. I hear back from them, wow, I felt free in expression. I didn't feel judged. I didn't feel I had to take it somewhere. I just felt I could speak to exactly what I needed to speak to without any interruption, without seeing you react or respond a particular way. I could just be me. And there's something really powerful about that, and there's something empowering about that. And that's where the deeper bonds of relationship can really flourish, in that form of communication. Of course, there are many other communication tools. This isn't the only one. This is just one. And so practice, take it for what it is. Practice it in intimate relating. Practice it with a close friend, with a family member, with your lover. Practice it in such a way that you're not attached to the outcome of what it may bring you, but rather you're curious around the process that it provides you with, the process that you are engaged in, and the feeling that it provides you with. And you don't know what that feeling is, so you're open and you're explorative, you're curious about all of this. I hope that helps a little bit. I've found that it has helped tremendously in my life. I've looked in the previous years and in previous relationships, I've looked for validation, and I've been quite argumentative in my communication. All I wanted to do is make sure that I've got the last say or the last word, that I've said something that's really smart and really intellectual, that I've said something that makes a lot of sense and people can approve me and validate me. And when I'm listening, I'm not really listening, I'm waiting to speak again. And I think we're better than that as human beings. I think we're at a time in our lives now where, at our collective societal evolution, where we have to stop giving a fuck about how we're seen, and we just have to speak our truth. I know that's been a big journey for me, and I know from the people that I work with, that's a big part of their journey as well, being seen without judgment and therefore holding themselves back and wearing these masks. I think it's time to remove the masks, and I think the way we choose to communicate, in fact I know the way that we choose to communicate is fucking liberating, and it frees us from that need to be someone that we're not, to pretend to be someone that we're not. Power and blessings to you, beautiful people. I'll see you again soon.